Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. Here now this week's news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. Well, all of us at the television show here wish you and yours a joyous holiday season and a fantastic new year. With this episode, we proudly complete our first full year producing the program. It's been a great journey, and we appreciate all of you who have watched and supported the show. Well, this week we take a special look back at 2011. A memorable year for USA Wrestling and for the sport. Well, the year's top story, of course, the amazing emergence of Jordan Burroughs on the international scene. He capped his incredible year with a freestyle gold medal at 163 pounds at the 2011 World Championships in Istanbul, Turkey. Surely his entire year is one for the history books. Burroughs began 2011 as a senior at the University of Nebraska. In March, he finished his collegiate career in Philadelphia, winning his second career NCAA title, the first two-time national champ for the Cornhuskers. Fittingly, Burroughs later won the Dan Hodge Trophy as the nation's best collegiate wrestler.
It's an amazing feeling, being so close to home. A lot of friends and family are here. And despite anywhere it was, I was going to wrestle my best tournament and try to put together a lot of bonus point victories.
Burroughs then turned his attention to prepare for international competition full-time. He embraced the Olympic style, winning his first senior freestyle title at the 2011 U.S. Open in Cleveland. In the championship finals, he beat the always tough competitor, veteran Nick Maribel.
Coach Manny's been around a lot of the best wrestlers in the nation and in the world, so he knows what it takes to win. He sees that in me, and he says I can do it, so I believe everything is set up to this point.
In early May, Burroughs won his first bout in a USA versus Russia World Duel meet in New York City, and then followed that in June with a huge win at the U.S. World Team Trials in Oklahoma City. Burroughs stopped the 2010 U.S. Open champion Andrew Howe in the best-of-3 series to make his first U.S. Senior World Team.
And he came out wrestle hard today, but I just wanted to get it done. I've been preparing for a long time for this opportunity, and so I got it done.
In July, Burroughs won a tournament in the Ukraine. Fast forward now, his first senior world championships would be memorable for him and for the fans as he burst onto the international scene in Istanbul, winning 5 straight bouts for the gold medal. In the second round, Jordan beat Russia's two-time world champion Denis Sargush. Burroughs capped the phenomenal tournament by sweeping the mighty Iranian and 2010 world silver medalist Sadeh Goudarzi in the gold medal finals. Along the way, Burroughs became the first U.S. world champion in freestyle since Bill Zadick back in 2006. Now, in the tradition of America's greatest wrestlers, he won a world title on his first try and will go down in the history books for all time.
I mean, it's tough. It's a tough tournament. I know that coming in. But like my Twitter says, all I see is gold. Every tournament I go in to win and take first place, so that's just what I did today.
For some athletes, that might be enough. Burroughs, however, was not done. In October, he won the Pan American Games in Guadalajara, Mexico, and with a tremendous display of composure, Burroughs defeated Urinaki Blanco of Cuba in the finals in 3 periods.
I got it done, that's all the wins at this level aren't going to be pretty, but it just takes guts, and it's always a chance in a match where you can turn it over and win. That's what I did. Oh, it feels great. I definitely need a break now. I'll probably take a couple weeks off. I've been training intensely since the collegiate season. So I really haven't had any time off, but I'm excited to be a champ and have another gold medal to add to my collection and just bring one home for the U.S.
Well, the pride of New Jersey now heads into his Olympic year. Paying the price along the way, Burroughs proudly represents the USA in his quest for Olympic gold. The momentum is rolling for this young star, and we'll be along to report his progress throughout the calendar year of 2012. Well, our next big story of 2011 is the tale of 2 incredible wrestlers, one of the sport's great legends and a talented young athlete he coaches. We're, of course, talking about the comeback of Cael Sanderson and the emergence on the international scene of Jake Varner. Sanderson, a 2004 Olympic champion, coached Varner to an NCAA title while at Iowa State. After college, Varner followed Sanderson to Penn State, where Cael is now the head coach. The 211-pound native Californian is pursuing his Olympic dreams with the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club. Now, in late March of the year, Sanderson shocked the wrestling world when he returned to the mats after more than a 7-year absence, doing so at the Northeast Regional in Brockport, New York. Now, he told us that he was entering the match for fun, but Sanderson went on to win 3 matches by tech fall, beating Jack Jensen in the finals. In April's U.S. Open, Varner won the 211-pound national title. Varner allowed only 1 point to be scored on him at the Open as he dominated Dan Erickson in the finals.
It felt good to get out here and wrestle in an environment like this. I hadn't in a while. and just a good tournament to get ready for a tournament like the trials. And I've been there before and know what to expect, so it's just good.
Well, in early June, Sanderson traveled to Stillwater, Oklahoma, where he was inducted as a distinguished member of the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. While there, he broke the news of his comeback in Sports Illustrated. Then he headed to Oklahoma City the next day to compete at 185 pounds at the trials. It was a great weekend for both athletes as Varner made his second world team by sweeping surprise finalist Chad Hankey of Oregon State, that in the championship series in 2 straight matches.
You got to go to a bunch of different places to get better, and that's what I did. Like before, everyone knows I wasn't planning on leaving Iowa, but things changed.
Sanderson won 3 matches in the challenge tournament, beating Raymond Jordan, Chris Pendleton, and then in an odd pairing, he beat his former Iowa State student, John Reeder. In the finals, it looked like the Sanderson of old, sweeping 2 straight bouts from 2009 world bronze medalist Jake Herbert, qualifying himself for the championships.
Yeah, it's a little different. They make you work if you don't, but that's just the way it is. You're up front. It's definitely an advantage to go win the national tournament, and I think that's a great idea. It just puts the pressure on you. As long as you know up front, what the circumstances are.
At the World Championships in Istanbul, Sanderson and Varner competed on the same day. Varner opened the tournament by beating 2004 Olympic bronze medalist Krasimir Kochev of Bulgaria. After a win over a Chinese opponent, Varner lost in the quarterfinals to Turkey's Serhat Balci. When Balci advanced to the finals, Varner was pulled back into the repechage. With new life, Varner won his next 2 bouts, and the score of 0-3, 3-2, 2-1 told it all. He beat Taymurov Tigiev of Kazakhstan, winning the bronze medal. Varner reacted to his performance.
When you find out that you're still in the tournament, to get a bronze medal, you just got to get back out there and wrestle hard, just as if you're going for the gold.
Sanderson won his first match with a tech fall over Mexico's Alejandro Gallardo at 6-0, 7-0. In the second round, Sanderson dropped a close bout to Sharish Sharafov of Azerbaijan. When Sharafov made the final, Sanderson was yanked back into the repechage. Sanderson then won 3 straight bouts in short order, beating Korea, Kazakhstan, and Iran to qualify for a bronze medal bout. Sanderson finished 5th after he dropped a controversial 1-0, 3-0 decision to Russia's Albert Saratov. Sanderson talked about his World Championship experience.
But going through this experience, I think, has been this whole, the summer is, definitely will help me be a better coach, get a better feel for this system.
In typical Sanderson style, he's gone silent. He's not competed since the Worlds and has not yet committed to try out for the Olympic team. Varner returned to action at the Pan American Games himself, where in Mexico he did not allow a single point in 3 bouts, outscoring his opponents 24-0. By the score 6-0, 2-0, Varner won his gold medal match over Luis Vivens of Venezuela.
I went out there and did what I had to do to win. I could have always wrestled better. You can always wrestle better. You always critique yourself pretty bad, but I did what I had to do.
Well, it was a great year for Freestyle Team USA. Burroughs, Varner, and Sanderson were part of a strong U.S. contingent which won a World Championship trophy, finishing 3rd in the final team standings in Istanbul. Russia won the title with 43 points. Iran took 2nd with 41, followed by the USA with 38. The U.S. made a quantum leap from last year, where it finished 22nd with 5 points. Team USA qualified a spot in the 2012 Olympic Games in 5 of the 7 weight classes. Also placing was Nick Simmons at 5th at 121 pounds and Travell Delegnum at 5th, 264 pounds. Well, Cael Sanderson was also involved in another big story in college wrestling. A record crowd turned out in Philadelphia, PA in March for 3 days of great action. When it was over, history had been made. Penn State had won its 2nd national title, its other team title dating back to 1953. It was only his 2nd year at the helm of the Nittany Lion program, and Sanderson was rightfully proud of his athletes.
We're the national champs, and that's something to be really happy about. And I'm really, really proud of these guys. It's just a gutsy performance from some real tough kids.
Well, the Nittany Lions crowned an 84-pound champion in sophomore Quentin Wright and had 3 finalists as well. In the finals, the 9th seed, Wright, a Big Ten champion, down number 2, Robert Hamlin of Lehigh, 5-2. On the way to victory, Wright defeated the number 1, number 2, number 8, and number 12 seeds. Quite a feat overall.
Coaches took me out of the room and said, hey, you're on your own. This is your match. Don't feed off of what happened there. Just go out there and do what you can do.
Placing second for the Young Lions at 149, Frank Molinaro, and at 57, David Taylor. Penn State is girding up to make another run at a team title as the NCAA Championships for 2012 will head to St. Louis, Missouri. Well, another great wrestling story this year came during the NCAA Championships in Philadelphia. We'll have that story and more when we return, so won't you stay tuned. This is USA Wrestling Weekly.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Cinco de Mayo, Thursday, May 5th, a beautiful day at the crossroads of the world. A dual meet was held in Times Square in the man-made canyons of New York City. Hanging out the office windows for a better look and blocking the traffic for hours, loyal fans witnessed Team USA defeat Russia in the battle on Broadway. The final score was 5-2. Now, historically, this was the first sports event ever held in Times Square, a setting that captivated the thousands of fans in attendance. It was all part of the Beat the Streets Gala, a fundraiser raising $1 million for youth wrestling in the city. Mike Novogratz and the Beat the Streets team put on a thrilling spectacle for sure. Team USA was brilliant against their Russian arch rivals. Let's take a look at the first match at 121 pounds. You could feel the anticipation build as 2008 Olympic champion Henry Cejudo took to the mat for his exciting comeback. A dramatic win was had by he over junior world medalist Rasul Mechizov.
Yeah, good start. I don't know, you fans, you guys can say. I'm not the Henry Cejudo 2008, but I will get there. And like I said, there's so much to learn, and I want to do it again. I want to do it again for our country.
At 145 pounds, former Iowa Hawkeye star Brent Metcalf stopped 2008 junior world champion Magomed Murad Gatsiev. Jordan Burroughs added a win at 163 pounds over Gedyev. At 211 pounds, the fans saw Jake Varner stop the 2010 junior world champion Shamil Atmarov. Tervel Delegna put his stamp on the U.S. victory when he defeated Barzad Katsiev at 264 pounds. Well, the Beat the Streets Gala was a showcase for celebrities who enjoy wrestling. Actors Ashton Kutcher and Matthew Modine were matside for the event, along with pro football players, MMA stars, and many Olympic and world champion wrestlers. The biggest celebrity at the Beat the Streets Gala perhaps was Times Square itself. The city that never sleeps welcomed Team USA, and no doubt we'll all be back at it again in the future. Well, another great story on the year came during the NCAA Championships in Philly when Anthony Robles of Arizona State won the NCAA title at 125 pounds. Robles didn't let being born without a right leg stand in the way of the pursuit of his dreams. No, sir. By the score of 71, the senior, down defending champion Iowa's Matt McDonough to win the title. Following his win, Robles received a standing ovation from the crowd and was rightfully named the outstanding wrestler of the event. Robles went on to win yet another ESPY award, holding our sport high for all to see.
I was scared. I was scared out there, but as soon as I hit that first takedown, I sort of relaxed. Like, okay, just back to business. Same drill as usual, like every other match. My coach has prepared me well. We've been working all year. The past 2 years, Coach Charles, Coach Stiff, couldn't have done without him.
Robles is now an assistant coach at Arizona State and serves as a motivational speaker. He travels the nation telling his amazing story. USA Wrestling Weekly covered his appearance at the Colorado Night of Champions in Denver, an amazing role model.
Are you focused on those things that you can't do in your life? Those negative things, letting those negative things hold you back? Or are you focused on what you can do, all those positive things?
Well, the National Wrestling Hall of Fame recently announced that Robles will be honored with the Medal of Courage Award. He continues to be a great inspiration to one and all. Well, Women's Team USA had a successful effort at the World Championships in Istanbul. The highlight came when the United States won 2 medals in the women's division. At 158 pounds, it was Ali Bernard who claimed her first world medal with a bronze. Bernard was 5th in the 2008 Olympics. She won her first 3 bouts with key victories over 2008 Olympic gold medalist Jiao Wang of China and 2010 world silver medalist Onawina Akufo of Canada. After a semifinal loss, Bernard bounced back to pin Guzel Manierova of Kazakhstan on a reversal to claim her bronze medal. Bernard was excited.
I put my soul into it this whole camp, and I've been out of my element, but I've been pushing myself every day, and I think it paid off.
Adeline Gray also claimed her first senior world bronze medal with a clutch performance at 147 pounds. She dropped her first match but was pulled back into the repechage when China's Liu Zhongzi made the finals. Gray scored a stunning upset of Canada's 3-time world champion Martine de Grenier, and in the bronze medal match she silenced the Turkish crowd with a victory over fan favorite Burcu Orkasaya. Gray was pleased with her comeback.
You know, I'm excited. I was really disappointed when I lost my first match, and I thought my world was over.
Yeah.
But Coach Izzy brought me back into it, and I had a big win against Martine. You know, she was the favorite coming into this tournament, so it was really, really exciting to get to wrestle her. I mean, she's an amazing competitor, and I beat her.
Well, the USA and Mongolia tied for 3rd in the team standings at the World Championships, and after a tiebreaker, the trophy went to Mongolia. Team USA qualified a position at the 2012 Olympic Games in 3 of the 4 women's Olympic weight classes with their performance. Well, wrestling received tremendous public exposure when American Greco-Roman star Ellis Coleman's famous flying squirrel move became an international and internet sensation. Coleman has developed an acrobatic move where he jumps over top of his opponent, lands on the mat, and throws the opponent for back points. Nobody was expecting Coleman's spectacular move during this year's Junior World Championships in Romania. Trailing 5-0 late in the first period, Coleman unleashed the squirrel on Iran's Mehdi Zedvan. The Mat.com caught the closing seconds of the first period as Coleman let loose the squirrel to the amazement of the fans. Watch this amazing throw. Also captured on Romanian national television, the video has since gone viral. Ellis Coleman's video was first posted in July on YouTube, and now 4.4 million people have since watched. Selected as SportsCenter's Play of the Day, and due to the popularity of the video, Ellis Coleman was interviewed on ESPN. His now signature move was shown on SportsCenter over and over, making Ellis world famous. He talked to us about the experience.
That was kind of crazy, actually, to be able to see that, see me on ESPN as the top play of the week. Like, that was insane. Like, I never ever expect anything like that. And I mean, everybody back at home was just like astonishing, real happy for me and proud of me, and it was just crazy. I couldn't believe it.
Well, with the Olympic Games next summer, 2011 became the year of the comeback. Olympic champions from the last 4 Olympic Games have either returned or are now training to return for the 2012 trials. We mentioned 2 comebacks earlier when 2004 Olympic champion Cael Sanderson and 2008 Olympic champion Henry Cejudo competed this spring. Well, after the Beat the Streets event, Cejudo won a gold medal at the Sunkist Kids International in October, and Cejudo won 4 matches at Sunkist, including a victory over 2009 World Team member Danny Felix. 2000 Olympic champion and 2004 Olympic bronze medalist Rulon Gardner started the year as a contestant on NBC's The Biggest Loser program, where he was able to drop more than 150 pounds before leaving the show. Fast forward now to November. Now back in training, Gardner has officially announced that he will try out for the 2012 Olympic team. Well, the 1996 Olympic champion attempting a comeback is Kurt Angle. He's been very successful in entertainment wrestling. He started training in freestyle, where he won a world title and Olympic gold medal at 220 pounds.
most people kind of look at me, think I'm a little bit crazy, but for me, competition and wrestling and being part of the U.S. Olympic team and the U.S. Olympic movement is something that is actually feels like it's home. And back here in Colorado Springs, this feels it feels natural. It feels a little bit pressure related, but I'm excited to be back.
Other prominent comebacks include 2000 Olympian Cael, three-time world medalist Andre Metzger, 2004 Olympian Oscar Wood, and others. April 21st and 22nd are sure to be amazing days and interesting Olympic trials for sure. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you in Iowa City. All right, stay tuned. There's more. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly. More of our year in review when we return.
Has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Wrestling fans, USA Wrestling has launched a top social networking site designed for you. USA Wrestling Nation is the latest innovation provided to the wrestling community by our sports national governing body, USA Wrestling. Post photos, blogs, and videos, interact on boards. Keep up with your favorite wrestling personalities with USA Wrestling Nation. It's free to register. Join the thousands of wrestling fans that have already signed up and become a part of the USA Wrestling Nation at usawrestlingnation.com. Well, 2011 had a few more milestones of note. For the first time since 1999, FILA hosted a Cadet World Championships for athletes 15 to 17 years old, doing that in late August. The United States came home from Hungary with 2 Cadet World Champions. Adam Kuhn of Michigan won a freestyle gold medal at 220 pounds with a dominant effort, pinning Georgian Gino Petrashvili in the first period of the gold medal finals. In women's freestyle, Haley Agello of Illinois captured the FILA Cadet World title at 101 pounds, defeating Sachi Katagiri of Japan. After losing the first period, Agello shut out Katagiri to sweep the final 2 periods and bring home the gold. Now, the Junior and Cadet Nationals in Fargo, North Dakota was as spectacular as ever. On the junior level, Nkosi Moody of Illinois made history by becoming the 3rd wrestler to win a junior triple crown. As a national champion of freestyle, Greco-Roman, and folk style the same year, he deserves that honor. He dominated the 98-pound division in Fargo. Now, the men's cadet division featured the crowning of a new cadet triple crown winner, Minnesota's Gannon Volk, who, with a tight cradle, sealed the deal with a victory at 91 pounds in the freestyle finals and a first-period fall over Miguel Silva of Illinois. Fargo also marked the end of the high school career, an amazing one from California, Morgan McIntosh. Morgan won his 2nd junior freestyle title, this time at 215 pounds. McIntosh, a freshman at Penn State, won all the major high school awards, including the Dave Schultz High School Excellence Award from the Hall of Fame. We also mourn and will miss a number of great wrestling legends who left the mat this year. Perhaps the biggest shock came in June, when 2006 Greco World Bronze medalist Lindsey Durlacher passed away at 36 years of age. USA Wrestling held a special service for Durlacher at the Olympic Training Center in July, celebrating his life and legacy. 3 Hall of Fame heroes passed away this year. The flames burned brightly for him. They include the 1960 Olympic champion Doug Blubaugh, Olympic referee Dr. Vince Saguaro, and Olympic wrestler and coach Jim Peckham. All had tremendous impact on the sport they loved and will be fondly remembered by all. We close finally with a story from New York City, where the National Wrestling Hall of Fame and Columbia University unveiled a priceless wrestling artifact, the oldest sports instruction manual ever found. The ancient document once again proves that wrestling is mankind's oldest and greatest sport. Today's athletes and coaches are the living legacy. On behalf of the entire staff of USA Wrestling and Takedown Wrestling Media, we wish each and every one of you a happy and joyous new year. We'll see you next year.